How to buy on AliExpress from Malaysia. First, go to the top right where the flag is and select Malaysia. This ensures the official AliExpress Malaysia version loads. Leave the language as English and set the currency. We can change it, but I'll keep it in US dollars and save. Here's how to buy. Now I'm really going to show you how to buy step by step and what you need to keep in mind. As you can see here, there are many products, lots of deals, and in fact at the top we find even more. Actually here we find a product offer and we also find product categories here. But what we're going to do is take a sample product and I'll show you what you need to look at. First, we'll pick a product at random. Let's choose this one on the right. Here it already appears for us and we're going to take a detailed look at everything we need to keep in mind. First of all, on the left side, we should look at the photos to see if they really match the product description, which is this one right here. Always remember to pay close attention to the title of the product because sometimes you can get confused. That is, they might be showing you this iPhone here, but it turns out they're not selling the iPhone. They're actually selling something else. This battery, for example, which is why it's important to tell the difference, since sometimes people feel scammed because they see one product in the images and receive another, but that's because they didn't read this part, the title. Also remember that when we search for products on AliExpress, the price we see is the lowest available price. What I mean is that when you enter the listing, you'll notice that if I, for example, change the color of the product or the specifications here, you'll see that some options cost more than others. For example, this one here costs 15.22 and this one here costs 16.18. That's why before you know how much it costs, you need to specifically choose what variation or size the product has that you want, so you can know what the final price is. Then once you've read all of this and you're ready, you'll go to the bottom part where the reviews appear. And here the important thing is that it has at least 4.5 stars and ideally that it also has a lot of reviews. For example, in this case it only has 15. I recommend a minimum of 30 or even 50 to be sure that real people are actually buying these products. Now we're going to click where it says see more, and here we're going to filter using this image icon so we can read. And above all, to see real images of the products, since the photos that appear at the top of the AliExpress page are, let's say, edited photos that look really good, whereas the photos here in the reviews are real photos from customers who have actually bought this specific product. So there we can see more for comparison, for example, in someone's hand or what the specific size is on a table. And well, here we can see in detail what it's really like. Once you've chosen the product you want, now we're going to move on to the right side to make the purchase. At this point, you need to be sure about the person who is selling it to you. What you can do is click on it and you will go to the OA store, the products that this person offers. What you can do is check here in this section to see how many positive or negative reviews they have overall, because this person doesn't just sell this product, but several others as well. And obviously, it's better if they have a generally positive review rating. Then this will appear depending on where you are. You just click on it, and here you need to specifically choose your country. Then you're going to choose depending on where you're located. And that's it. This applies here. Remember that depending on where you are located, here on the left side where the price is, some taxes may be included, also depending on where you're located. Then here it appears at the bottom. The shipping price in this case, it's completely free, but it doesn't include tracking, meaning we won't be able to track the product to know where in the world it is, or if it has already arrived in our city, or even if it has already reached our home. That's why I recommend that you buy products that offer a tracking option. You just need to look for this enter, and when you select free shipping, it should show you if tracking is included. Then here it will specifically show the date when the product will arrive at your home or at the place you chose to receive it. After this, you can change the quantity, choose multiple products you want, increase here, order. I'll leave it at 1 and click Buy Now. Once I click Buy Now, this screen appears. Here, my shipping address appears. It's censored because it's my personal address, and I can click here where it says Change and Adjust. I can enter the address of the place where I am, then move on to payment methods. Depending on where you are located, you'll see options here to add a credit or debit card or some other payment methods. This already depends on your location, as I mentioned, and as you can see. Here you'll see an option for promotional codes in the description. I'll leave one for you if I can get access to it. And then here in the summary, you'll see the price of the product and the shipping cost. This probably changed and increased because I only chose a very cheap product. That's why I recommend that what you should do is go directly to any product here and add several items. And once you add several products, the shipping cost will likely decrease, which means it won't be as expensive. So what you can do is talk to friends or family members who want to order from AliExpress, so you can place a single order together. That way the shipping cost will drop significantly or stay the same, but obviously since there are many more products, it's much more worthwhile to make the purchase. And once you've made your purchase here, you click where it says place order. And when you receive your tracking number, you're going to come to this website called exactly as you see above 17 track. What you'll do is enter the tracking numbers for your orders here and track them to know where they are. Where is it? If it has already arrived in your country, watch for your order. If it doesn't arrive at your home or place, you can file a claim on AliExpress. And they will obviously refund your money, but for that you have to pay close attention to the delivery date. Remember that this one said that at the latest it would arrive in May 5. So since it's May, what you should do is wait until that date. When that date arrives, if your product from this seller still hasn't arrived, file a claim for a refund.